one of the things that stand out to me from time to time is the fact that there was a point in my life where I didn't have nowhere to go, bro. I was homeless. And I would never think that something like that would happen to me or that I'll be messing up my life to a point where nobody even wanted me in their house. Really, like they didn't have to say it, but it was like well, I don't know what you're gonna do. Yo, I'm about to break out. Yo, I'll see you later. And nobody's gonna help you. I'm telling you, you're gonna feel so bad. And this is one of your yets. You know, if you never been through it, it's cool. And if you see yourself like, I'll never be homeless, like, because I don't do things. Look, homelessness doesn't discriminate. You get it? And I know that I was running around in the streets, so you could say kind of sort of like by choice because you was doing foul things. Like I was indulging, I was trying to hustle, you know, you're hustling money as you hanging out in the street. So even if you had money to stay in a room for that day in a telly or something, you blowing it. You're hanging out. You going to see these people, them people, like hanging out and spending money on your friends or on drugs in the street become more important than a place to stay. There's like a certain point in your life or in your head while going through all this turmoil and being in the devil's grips that you're like, bro, I'll just go to sleep in the train and I'll let the train keep going back and forth. I don't know if you ever been through that, but I have. Well, let me tell you something that happened to me, right? Boom. This time it's cold. I'm talking about cold, freezing in New York City, Brooklyn. I don't have a place to stay. Now, these are like periods in my life where like there was times I had like a few places to stay. And then it hit pop hard. You hit rock bottom, right? Everybody's bottom is different where you don't got nowhere to stay. I'm not ashamed to talk about this today because that's something that happened like super years ago. Not that it can't happen again, but that's why I stay talking about it because it keeps it green for me. It keeps it in front of me. I try to remember my past so I don't keep repeating because for a lot of years of my life, I've repeated the same cycle over and over and over again. So this guy that I know, his name is Menace, if I remember good. Menace. Yeah. Yeah. So he's staying in Brooklyn. He's young. His moms used to live across the street from me. When I was living in this spot called City Line, I had an apartment there. You know, can you imagine that? Like going from having like an apartment, a house, everything, a garage, a backyard, you're healthy, you working out, right? You brolic, you're doing the do. Yo, what up? Yo, what's popping? Bang, to homeless. So a lot of people never knew that I didn't have a place to stay because I always stay clean, I always stay jiggy because we make sure we catching licks or Vicks, right, in the town. Pop, oh, snap, you going to sleep right now. Right? So you could buy Jordans, ups, all that. And that's sad, right? Because there goes your room. So anyway, he's like, yo, coming through here. So there's an abandoned building. When I see him, it's like by Euclid somewhere. Like, I want to say up there, like Liberty type, but it's in the back. It's a corner store. And then it's on Pennsylvania Avenue, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to remember exactly the block, man. My bad. This was a minute ago. But anyway, bottom line is this. I get there. I see him. He's like, yo, what up? Boom. So sometimes anything to get whether you smoke bud, perks, dog food, whatever, your friend will do anything to get you to go there so that you could give him something. You heard? Or so you could spend some of that bread that you got with him. So respectfully, I guess that's what he was doing, right? So he's like, yo, come on, I got you, boom. Or you got me, right? But I got you with a spot to stay. So when we go in, it's a building, but it's like, it looked at the eye because it's dark. I can't really tell, like, oh, this is amazing, right? So when I get inside, bro, everything is like on the floor. And I'm talking about like the walls is on the floor. Like you see concrete, like wood, and you climbing over shit, like boom, oh snap, oh my God. So I remember walking and him saying, I seen something like, and I'm like, yo, what's that? And he's like, oh, there be raccoons in here. What? There be what? Yo, son. Now hold up. Cause I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, right? Brooklyn. We didn't really see raccoons like that. But this is Brooklyn. And it's deeper like than me coming from where I was staying at in City Line. Try to keep up with me. So I'm born and raised in Sunset Park. We don't see raccoons out there like that. Or not when I was like hard body living there like that. I didn't come from that. I came to see raccoons when I went to Southside, Jamaica. In my life, I've never experienced like mad raccoons just coming up or chasing dudes running like, yo, a raccoon is coming. You know, I seen that on Southside, Jamaica. This is facts. Drop it in the comments if you Southside in it. Running from a raccoon, my dude. Let's keep it real. These raccoons is gangster. They running the town. We gonna run this down tonight. It's raccoon gang. So check it. Yo, son. And I've always been like terrified of raccoons. Even my shorties be saying like, yo, you so tough. And when you see a raccoon, you fold. So if you ever want to see Warpath running, just step to me with one of your raccoon boys, or even have a raccoon hat on. You know what's the sad thing now that I think about it? We used to rock them raccoon hats back in the days. I had the whole thing. Pop, tell me no, sir. You know you a old school dude, not an OG. Let's stop that. OG is earned, right? What these dudes are out here is OT, old timers. So back in the days, I was rocking the raccoon hat, you heard? Back in the OT days, you heard? So you know you're an OT if you wore those hats. I can't say you're OG because our OG is different. You know what I'm saying? Our definition of OG is different from what I see on the internet, Papa, you heard? So anyway, boom. He says, come in, boom. But my dude, I was so uncomfortable, right? Like he had like a mattress and all that. But we in this room right here, it's like mad dust, because it's a beat up abandoned building. Like being in abandoned buildings was nothing to us. New York was like abandoned for real, bro. Like, holy snap. And we played in there. We played tag in there. We jumped on mattresses from different floors. Facts. Rest in peace, Meg. I got some good memories with Meg when we was little, and my mother's friend lived in his building, Nereida. And we used to jump from the hallway window, pop down to the mattress. There was like in this yard. There's in the building there on 5-2. But anyway, boom. Let's get back to the raccoon thing, right? Boom. So I'm trying to sleep or lay down after we do whatever we do, right, boo? We was lost. We in the devil's grips. So you could imagine the scene. You heard? It's bad. He's a young kid, right, that started messing up and getting into opiates at that point. He's like 21 or even 20, bro. You get it? I'm way older than him at this time by a decade. You feel me? But I always been around young dudes. Like, dudes want to, you know what I mean? Chill with war, respectfully, you heard? And plus, to be honest, I don't like being around deadhead, like super old dudes that just like, that you do something and they'll be like, yo, like, grow up. Like, bro, we having fun, bro. Why you spoiling the fun, homie? Fun don't have an age, homie. You're bugging, you heard? Stop it. So that means you get a little older and what, is miserable status now? Nah, bro. That's not the wave we on, you heard? Facts. So anyway, boom. I'm trying to sleep, but I hear like like a sound. They make like this sound, bro. Then now I'm there with them. I'm living with the raccoons, you heard? I couldn't believe this, boy. But I'm pet. Homie, I'm super pet. Like I ain't never been that pet in my life. I've been to the island. I've been in the wildest cribs. I've been upstate prison. I've been in the wildest spots, you heard? And comfortable. But them raccoons, homie, is something I'll never forget, bro. I promise you. So, boom, I'm telling him, yo, I gotta go, bro. He's like, but chill, bro. You stay here till the morning. I'm like, yo, I gotta go because that's my girl hitting me. You get it? On the jack. But it wasn't my girl. I'd rather stay in the train, bro. I'd rather stay in a park. I'd rather stay somewhere, bro, than stay here because there's a mattress and a bed and all that. And there's raccoons running around, bro. Them things tear you up. Or am I bugging? So I don't know if he had his raccoons trained or he's like, nah, they're not doing that. They don't even come here. They scared of humans. Nah, bro, not the raccoons I be knowing. They not scared of humans. So anyway, I bounced. Pew! But look at how homelessness works. It's amazing, bro. This little, you go through things, but still be doing the things that made you homeless. You get it? You ain't gonna get it no realer than this. Not a lot of dudes is explaining their super L's, you heard? I was down in life and I was super up. Then I went down in life, then I was super up. And every time I went up and God gave me an opportunity to win in life, I destroyed it. But here's how I destroyed it, because I was in love with one thing. And don't matter how much I love this thing, it always helped destroy my life. That's the streets. I'll never lie to you, bro. So check it, boom. I leave, pop. I go in the train, boom, boom. So now I'm in the train, I fall out, pop. Now, I can't be falling out because I'm robbing dudes outside. You get it? So a dude could go ping pong. Next stop is, and he catch you and you sleeping. That happened to me before. And I said that story here. Homeboy caught me on the Ave. Facts. And I had just came out of club. I was drunk. I was twisted. I had popped a few perks and I was doing the lean back, you heard? And he snuffed fire out of me. Boom. But we're going to get it. Remind me of that story. I'm going to tell you what happened to him after that. You heard? So check it. Boom. Again, this is not trying to be tough or nothing. This is telling you a story in hopes that you don't end up like me or any of my friends who are no longer here. With that being said, let's get to it because war got robbed. Yeah, I think I said this 46 years ago. So check it. Boom. I'm on the train. Boom. So this happened to me like twice, bro, if I could recall. I got a few hundred because I didn't tell son like how much money I had or whatever. I don't do that, right? But we in the street, like literally living in the street and all that, right? Now, I could have went to my family or to my mother and knocked, but I don't do that. When I'm running around the street doing bad, when I'm robbing dudes every morning, early in the night, and I'm bugging and I'm lost, I don't go around my family because I'm bringing them that drama. You heard? I'm not going to stay still. I'm going to be at the crib and I'm going to be like, yo, I'm out. Where you going? You know, and you don't want to hear that. So you don't want to hear nothing that's good for you while you ripping and running in the streets. So boom, everything is, they don't understand. They don't live my life. So I'd rather be alone and just deal with it, right? So boom, I fall out. I'm in the train. And somebody rips my pocket with a razor. Now, I only heard about this on Rikers Island and like in movies, but nobody never did it to me. Bro, when I wake up, my money's gone. My cigarettes is gone. Everything. And I don't got no place to go, son. I'm homeless, nigga. Like, I'm homeless and I'm daring and I'm robbing dudes in the train. I'm everything, son. Police is looking for me. I got warrants. I haven't reported to parole since they let me go on parole. Like, I never even went there. Like, homie, everything is happening in my life is bent like upside down, you heard? And all I kept saying, like, yo, there's gotta be a better, yo, God, what's up, right? I'm in the train like, yo, what's up? Because sometimes you have these talks with God, you heard? And he keep it gangster and give you another opportunity. It presents itself right in your face. But all the times it's not the one you want, you heard? You want God. If you running around dipping, if you're getting high, you want God to throw you work. If you selling work, you want God to give you an ounce of hard. Phew. You know, he's not gonna do that. That's not gonna happen. You're not gonna just be chilling and God's gonna go, yo, here's son, here's a pack. Pop, go back up. It doesn't work that way, you heard? So I was doing it all. I'll stop on the block, get some bread, flip it, do me. Like, I was doing it all. So dudes wouldn't even be able to tell. Like, boy, don't got no place to stay because I'm showing up like war still. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying because I already had like a little rep. Like, yo, that's Warpath, right? So dudes wouldn't expect, like, I went that hard where I ain't got no place to stay, my dude. Like, where I don't own a deodorant. You get it? Like, it got that bad that the deodorant that I'm wearing was not mine. You get it? So, homie, that's sad. That's super sad. So I went through that. And I held these things into myself for a lot of years of my life. You heard? This pain within me that was eating me up. You heard? And it wasn't until I started really like podcasting and all that I started fully sharing it, that to the point where my shorty would be like, I didn't know that. Like, of course you didn't know that because I don't get it. You don't know me. You know, we start arguing. Like, I don't get into those convos with you. You never ask me, you heard? I don't know. And sometimes we may forget, but you can't forget that. Because if you forget, you doomed to repeat. Am I bugging or am I bugging? You know, so I woke up like that, just feeling like, you know, yo, war, you got to be grateful, bro. Because, you know, we want more, right? And that's not the first time I was homeless, bro. Don't get it twisted. I was homeless having money. Facts. Having bread, you can't find a place to stay. You get it? You're so violent, you robbing everybody that even dudes that you know, they live with their girl, they can't let you stay in their house. And they're like, War's a stick-up kid. He might rob me if I bring him to my house. I'm taking everything that comes in your path, we destroy when we lost. And we don't sit back to think for 1 second the people we hurt. Like when you take $500 from somebody, a few other people suffer. Those $500 might have been for his rent. And he has a newborn. You know, you took his chain. The charm was probably his kids that was just born. It has so much sentimental value to him that he could see you 20 years later and body you. Just off the impulse thinking like, oh, he hurt me. I don't know. And as I get older in life and I'm not living that type of life no more where I'm robbing people on a daily basis, I say to myself, you got to chill, War, because honestly, I still have the ability to be that individual. You ever heard when somebody says you still got a few more runs in you? I be feeling like that. I be feeling like I got a lot of bids in me still. And we got to get that out of our thinking. You know why? Because I got accustomed to living in jail. Like, I know you see the setup. I built computers today. I took it from Rikers Island stories to building computers for other people. All that, right? It's like a beautiful thing, right? I built my own PCs, never bought a pre-built. Have no intent in ever doing so. I spent thousands on my PCs and in my setup and in my house today that I could literally say, this is our house. You heard? And not only that, I always had a proper place to stay, like I said. But I'm not going to stay around my girl. And those people, they don't want you around like that, wilding. People looking for you. People knocking on your door. You get it? Dudes showing up with ooh-wops in the car and all that. Like there's a war going on. Because I'm outside taking packs from everybody, robbing everybody. Like, yo, go ahead, boy, go get them 40 grams. Boom, when he come, I'm pulling out. Wop, what up? So we putting our people at risk. And I say this respectfully because a lot of times there be people watching that I did things to. And that's not who I am today. Not that I'm shook. But I always thought about that. You change your life. And every time I see one of my friends change their life, something comes back to them from their past. And that's sad, bro. And I never wanted that to be me, but I got a feeling that that's how it's going to end up. And I said this for a lot of years during my content creation. I said, I'm going to change my life, do the right thing. I'm helping others worldwide. Whoever knows and does their homework correctly will be like, oh, boy's been helping a lot of people grow their platforms. Somebody's going to come and take my life that I did something to in the past, or there's a hater. You know, I always had things. When I wasn't homeless and wilding, I come up quick because I'm a go-getter and I stay with the same energy. You get it? But I know how to destroy my life quick. And that's bad, you heard? That's super bad. Something is missing within us that we need to fill that with something so that you don't run the streets, you don't indulge or whatever you're into, or smoke too much bud, right? And think that you good, that it's not a drug, that you're not chasing it, but you're giving the weed man $80 every day. My dude, you're a drug addict. Hello? You're worse than a crackhead. Some crackheads don't even spend that much money daily. Well, then again, let me say dope fiends. And I hate using those words, right? So, today, I feel like you got to be a little more grateful, War. There's people that haven't accomplished nothing. They've been doing the right thing. Because we always want more. You feel me? We always want more. We always want more. Even when it comes to my setup or my household, my girl had to tell me, like, yo, you got to stop buying shit. Because you're becoming a hoarder. You know, because you guys just see this. You don't see my closet full of tech. You don't see the garage full of technology and things that I don't use, but I do use them for reviews on my tech channel, which the link's in the description to this video. And to most of my live streams, you find a lot of links there to the stuff I do and my other platforms. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys for whatever it means to you. I don't know, maybe it could help somebody. Maybe it could, whatever. I don't know. Some people, they find out that you was homeless at one point and they tend to make fun of you. Here's the thing. If you make content or ever planned on making content, don't worry about people that do that. Because what real right man in his life makes fun of another man's pain? You get it? So you always been up in your stories. Everybody's saying, oh, war's official. I know, boy, from outside. The minute they get one little thing, they're like, I told you, you heard, and then they go hard. And that's corny to me, you heard? I just be laughing. But who makes fun of somebody being homeless? And I guess that's why I help homeless people so much. If I can, I'll bring them all to my crib. But I understand that today, that I have a clear mind. And again, I wasn't like the type of homeless dude that's like on the floor, dirty. Like, that's not it. We still get jiggy. If we didn't have the money for the gear, I'll go in there and boost it and come out. And I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying this is what happens. So we can't get mad when you see the youth nowadays doing anything because they just doing what we taught them. We blaming this generation, but our generation was before them. And they learned that from you. And on the internet, some of us are still doing the same thing. The older we get, the more ignorant and young we can act. Don't get it confused. When you go to Rikers or you go to the penitentiary, there's no young dudes really acting stupid. Some of them are more mature than us. It's the old-time dudes that's running around, cutting each other, stabbing each other. Am I bugging? You could just see it on the internet. Who are the ones that are beefing? Like that. Even on the dirty section of YouTube, who's the ones that are beefing? It's us older dudes. This is facts. So we can't blame them. And then especially if you're not still with it and at least in communication or in the loop trying to help the situation. If you're a fallback guy, then you shouldn't be talking because you're part of the problem once you fell back. Because if you got knowledge of something and knowledge of the way it's supposed to be and where it's supposed to be heading, but you're not saying anything, then you're part of the problem because you fell back. But let me ask you something. If you get locked up today, are you still the fallback guy? Nah, I pretty much doubt it. You're going to rep that immediately. That says a lot about you as a human being. Maybe you need to reevaluate your mental. With that being said, thank you for tuning in, man. I don't know. I just felt like talking. talking about that, you heard? And that's what we do here on the Lockout. But today, like I said, I got to be a little more grateful. Like, don't get the story confused. That's something that happened in my life, and I could tell you a million times that happened. But there's times I walked around with thousands in my pocket and staying in the train. Facts. I hopped the train with $5,000 in my pocket and cracks. Had a spot I was bubbling in and got locked up for hopping the train with a blinky, 5 G's, and cracks. Now, tell me that's not insanity, my dude. Who does that? But I can't wait, man. I gotta go. That's my train. Like, we run New York. Like, the police don't matter. You get it? I don't know. And it's crazy the way. So when I gotta think about it a lot of times, and I guess I think about it when I start getting loose, when I start finding myself like hanging out again in the street with dudes on the block. Like, yo, War, don't forget, they gonna let these dudes go. I'm gonna stay behind. Because I'm the one that's been arrested over 25 times with over 19 convictions. Not dumb. I'm the one that has over 7 felonies. Not dumb. They're going to release them ASAP. They still eligible to get released on their own recognizances. When I go in there, they talking about you a danger to society, a well-known gang member, all types of things. They're not going to say, oh, well, today, Your Honor, he's a podcaster from, like, it's rare. So a lot of times when there's certain things that I may feel that I want or need still, right? Because we never satisfy, You can have this whole setup for sim racing that I just spent it $500 on stick shift and handbrakes. Facts. Well, anyway, I said that in my other video. There's no need to talk about that here. And I spent altogether already 4 G's just on wheelbases and stands and all that. That's besides the computer, besides the monitors. I spent thousands. But before, I was spending my money on the street. That's why I get to see it more. That's why I'm so happy. That's why I'm so grateful. That's why I talk about it, because I want you to see that when you change or when you do different things happen in your life and you acquire different things. In return, you feel different, right? And the problem is, I think, with most of us is that we're afraid of change, We afraid of change. You want to be a gangster 24/7. A dude called me a nerd on the internet. These dudes are nerds talking about they gangster. This nigga builds computers. And I was really tight about that. Like, I'm trying to find him where he's at. So my God, this nigga called me a nerd, nigga. Like, I'm mad, bro. I'm trying to find his IP and all that. But as I thought about it, I'm like, yo, all the nerds that I know are millionaires. Got mad houses, got mad cars. I always had a lot of cars. You get it? I came to acquire... anyway, but I always had a nice place to stay, and I always get a nice house, or my environment around me is always official when I'm not fully in the street in the devil's grips. There's a difference between me hanging out, being gang with the fellas and all that, or ripping and running in the part where I was indulging on some DMX shit. Rest in peace. You get it? So there was a time I was on some DMX shit, Eminem shit, Lil Wayne shit, right? Because they get high. So I was doing that. But then there was a time I was doing this too. You heard? It's like you got like a bunch of different people in your head going on. But I think I like this part better. But it comes with a lot of feeling and patience, dedication. You got to be motivated. You got to want the change, you heard? You got to be tired of living that type of life that you was living. I don't know. And I guess I got tired. It's almost scary. But yeah, I was upset because homeboy called me a nerd. But as I think about it, I want to be a nerd. Because I was a gangster, a street dude, a loser, whatever you want to call it. I played all those roles. I was a pimp, a gang member, a stick-up kid, a drug addict, if you want to say that. I was everything in the book. Besides a nerd. So the nerd thing has been working out. You heard? Facts. So let me be a nerd. That's what's up. Nerd gang, you heard? Yeah, step to me and say I'm a nerd. See what happens. Infirmary. Shout out to you, bro. Yo, I love y'all, man. Thank you for tuning in. Oh snap.